Some stories start at the beginning. Ours begins here.
What the?
No one knew which came first. The hybrids or the virus? But that question would become the biggest mystery of our lifetime. This is a story about a very special boy. A boy we come to know as Sweet Tooth.
Rick Hong here for Hollywood First Look. Today, I'm with Christian Convery and Nonso Anozie, and we are talking their show, Sweet Tooth. Christian, I wanted to start with you. So how was it wearing the antlers and having the ears on for this character?
So it all starts with me getting a mold. And what a mold is basically a big outline of my head. So how they did it is they rubbed layers of paste and glue on my head, and I'm under it for an hour, and then they take it off, and then they can use it for an outline on my head, and they use that outline to make a cap that would fit on my head on the day. And on the cap, it has two little magnetic stubs that the antlers can attach and deattach to, so that's pretty funny how you can just take them on and off. And the ears are remote controlled by a puppeteer who sits at the camera and watches my movements. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
And then Nonso, so you seem to just you keep dropping into these fantasy supernatural worlds. So is that something that finds you, or is that just something you gravitate towards? Because I always love seeing you in all of your shows and movies.
Thank you very much. I think it's just I grew up loving telling stories. I grew up loving hearing stories, and I just always wanted to be a storyteller. And as an actor, that's what you do. You tell stories, and this is a great story to tell. As soon as I read something, I've done, I think I agree with you. I've done quite a bit in the fantasy genre, but I feel like this is quite unique. This show, it brings something that I don't think anybody has ever seen before, and it kind of mixes a possible dystopian future with with a pandemic of sorts, with the destruction of a large part of the world, and we're flung into, despair. And I think what I love about this series is that it gives you hope. It shows you that you can start off with a biological family, you could lose that family, and then you can find a new one. When they may not be related to you by blood, but together, there's always hope. And I think that's the beautiful thing that attracted me to this story and telling it.
And then finally, the series is based on a comic. So I don't know for either of you, if, for research purposes, if you take a look at it, or you just decide just to wait and hold off and just kind of interpret it your own way.
So I immediately read all three comics over and over and over and over again. I was so entertained by them, and I read them, and I analyzed Gus's character, and I really feel like that helped me portray and bring Gus to life in the series from Jess Lemire's comic book. And let me tell you, you should read the comic books. They're super entertaining.
Yeah, for me, I felt like I read the comic books once we got started, and I really took the spirit of Jepperd, because obviously he's a white character and a hockey player when in the comic books, and I'm obviously playing an African American, and I'm an American football player. But I think the inside, the spirit of Jepperd was what I wanted to convey, and that really helped me get that from the original source material. Obviously, working with Robert Downey Jr., Jim Mickle, and Jeff Lemire, we all kind of came up with the version that you see on screen.
The show is Sweet Tooth. You can find it on Netflix now. Until next time, I'm Rick Hong, and you've been watching Hollywood First Look.
Some bad people are still out there. And they don't like you because you're different. It's not just about you and me anymore. You have to be brave.